It's a sound that cuts through everything: sleep, conversation, even panic. The moment an alarm rings, your body reacts before your mind fully understands what's happening. Your heart rate jumps, your muscles tense, and your attention snaps into focus. Whether it's a fire alarm, a car alarm, an ambulance siren, or even your morning alarm clock, these sounds feel impossible to ignore. But this urgency isn't accidental. Alarms are carefully designed to hijack your brain, trigger ancient survival instincts, and force immediate action. Today, we're diving into the fascinating science, psychology, and history behind why alarms sound the way they do, and why they're so effective at demanding your attention. Let's explore right here on History of Simple Things. At the most basic level, alarms are engineered to exploit how the human brain processes sound. Our brains evolved to prioritize noises that signal danger, especially sudden, loud, and irregular sounds. In nature, these could mean a predator approaching, a branch snapping, or another human shouting in distress. Alarms mimic these characteristics by using high-pitched frequencies that travel efficiently through air and cut through background noise. Unlike low, soothing sounds that blend into the environment, high-frequency sounds are harder to ignore and easier to locate. This is why alarms often sound shrill or piercing. They are designed to activate the auditory pathways that say, "Something is wrong. Pay attention now." Another crucial factor is unpredictability. Many alarms use oscillating tones or pulsing patterns rather than a single steady note. A constant sound quickly becomes background noise as the brain adapts to it, a process known as habituation. But when a sound changes pitch, rhythm, or intensity, the brain struggles to tune it out. This constant variation keeps your attention locked in, preventing you from ignoring the alarm even if it continues for several minutes. Sirens, for example, rise and fall in pitch, not for dramatic effect, but because that pattern is far more effective at maintaining urgency and alertness over time. Urgent alarms also take advantage of our emotional responses to sound. Certain tones are naturally associated with distress. Studies have shown that humans are particularly sensitive to sounds in the same frequency range as human screams or cries. These sounds trigger activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain involved in fear and emotional processing. When an alarm hits those frequencies, it doesn't just inform you that something is happening, it makes you feel that something is wrong. This emotional jolt is intentional. In an emergency, designers don't want you calmly analyzing the situation. They want you moving immediately. Cultural learning also plays a role in why alarms sound urgent. From a young age, we are conditioned to associate specific sounds with danger or action. Fire drills, school bells, emergency broadcasts, and sirens all reinforce the idea that these noises mean stop what you're doing. Over time, your brain builds a strong connection between alarm sounds and urgent situations. Even if you consciously know there's no immediate danger, like during a scheduled drill, your body still reacts. This learned response ensures that when a real emergency occurs, hesitation is minimized. Interestingly, alarms are often intentionally unpleasant. Unlike music or notification chimes designed to be enjoyable, alarms aim to be irritating. The discomfort you feel when hearing an alarm is a feature, not a flaw. An annoying sound motivates you to silence it as quickly as possible, which usually involves taking the required action, waking up, evacuating, or checking the problem. If alarms were pleasant or relaxing, people would be more likely to ignore them or delay responding, which could be dangerous in critical situations. The sense of urgency is also reinforced by volume. Alarms are loud not just to be heard over noise, but to create a physical sensation. Loud sounds stimulate the body's stress response, releasing adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones prepare your body for action by increasing heart rate, sharpening focus, and boosting reaction speed. This is why alarms can feel startling or even shocking. That physiological response is exactly what designers want, especially in emergencies where seconds matter. Modern alarm design also considers environments and human behavior. For example, smoke alarms use frequencies proven to wake sleeping adults and children more effectively, even those in deep sleep. Emergency sirens are designed to carry over long distances and through walls, traffic, and weather. Vehicle alarms are chaotic and repetitive, making them difficult to ignore in crowded areas. Every detail, from pitch to pattern to duration, is tested to maximize urgency and minimize the chance of being overlooked. However, there's a downside to constant exposure to alarms. In everyday life, we're surrounded by alerts, notifications, and warning sounds, many of which are not true emergencies. Over time, this can lead to alarm fatigue, where people become desensitized and slower to react. This is a serious issue in places like hospitals, where staff hear hundreds of alerts per day. Designers now face the challenge of balancing urgency with clarity, ensuring that truly critical alarms stand out without overwhelming users. In the end, alarms sound urgent because they are designed to override comfort, politeness, and calm. They speak directly to the oldest parts of your brain, using sound patterns that evolution, emotion, and experience have taught you to fear and respect. That jolt of stress, that spike of adrenaline, that instinctive need to act, it's all intentional. Alarms aren't just sounds. They're survival tools. And the next time one goes off and your heart skips a beat, remember, it's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.